This is Gabriel Grasso, and thank you for visiting my website. This is the weekly update for the week of April 13th, and what I'd like to talk about in this video are two issues. First, the thing that I usually talk about with respect to a weekly update, which is how the courts are working and how the office is working. The procedures of the office are still in place. I'm not having in-person consultations. If you need a consultation, you're a new client or potential client and you need a consultation, please call the office by phone. We will set you up with a video link that you can use either with your phone or your computer so that you can have a secure consultation, attorney-client privileged with me by video. Also, if you're an existing client, you can always call the office and we'll deal with whatever situation we need to deal with. With respect to the courts in Clark County, both state and federal, they are still open. They're still holding court hearings. However, most hearings are being held either by video conference or by telephone. Very few hearings are being held in person. And so with respect to the court system, essential cases where people's liberties at stake are being heard. A lot of cases where a trial is set or the person's out of custody, those cases are being set off for some time in the future, sometimes a month, 2 months, 3 months down the road. That's what's happening with the courts. The second thing I want to talk about is something very interesting that's going on with the federal prison system. The Bureau of Prisons received 2 memos from the Attorney General, William Barr, one on the 26th of March of 2020 and one on April 3rd of 2020. Those memos urged the directors of the Bureau of Prisons and then down to the wardens of the various prisons to make lists of people that they felt were eligible for release. Now there's 2 criteria, 2 general criteria. The letters or the memos aren't that clear, and it's not as if it's written in a statute. It's simply a letter from the Attorney General to the Bureau of Prisons. The criteria seems to be whether the prisoner is elderly or older. My estimation is over 50. And the second thing is whether the prisoner, regardless of age, has any pre-existing medical conditions that would make that prisoner more susceptible to the virus. So the prison system is having an issue. They are trying to recognize it. I think it's going pretty slowly, but I'm hearing from clients in different facilities that people are being released. Now, they don't call it a release. What they're saying is people are being transferred to home detention to serve out the remainder of their sentence. Now, I don't know what's going to happen in the future. I don't know if when this is all over, if it's ever really all over, whether the prisons are going to ask these people to come back. I doubt it, but anything's possible. What I am saying, though, is that there is a system right now, a setup within the Bureau of Prisons where people are being considered for release that normally, without having experienced this epidemic or this pandemic, we would not be considering for release. People would not be, they'd be just serving out their sentence in prison. So if you or a loved one has this situation, if you think you may be eligible for a transfer of a prison sentence in federal prison from an actual in-custody status to a home detention status, please call our office. We can evaluate the case and see if you're a good candidate to have a request made to the warden of whatever facility the loved one you have in prison, whatever facility that would be. We could have a request made and hopefully maybe light a fire and get the right people on the case and get the person's situation pinpointed so that they may be sort of moved up in line or actually considered for a release. So if that's your situation, please call the office. Thank you.